This whole experience today, we're gonna get you to the steps that we did, and then what is our final concept and what we made out of it. So the challenge was that how can we make this experience, bringing this experience to the people that are visiting your city, your country, an amazing experience, but without tourism info points. How are we going to bring this information that the tourist or the traveling is looking for without this physical thing that is now there? So the first question we asked ourselves is, why are people traveling? What are they looking for when they travel? What is their motivation? People search for things. What? Adventure. You know, you go outside, you want to get out of your routine, you want to have this adventure that later you can bring with you and create memories. You look for authentic spots because you go out of your city to find other spots, authentic spots from that other country or that other city. You want to find interesting conversations with locals that have other point of views, that have other ages, other cultures. It's a big part of what you're looking for. And of course, you want to see the city highlights because you go to a city to see their heritage, to see their buildings, their new buildings, their old buildings. So today, this person that is looking for all those things goes to the tourism info point. One of the things that they look for is the tourism info point. But the problem is that it's very generic. You go to a tourist info point, they get out this map, they spot on the map, okay, you can visit this and this and this and this, but they give the same information, and I've done it, so I'm sure it's worked like that. They give the same information to all the people. Maybe they make a bigger difference between older or younger, but it's the same highlights. So why is it still there? Because it's safe. You know that the information that is there, it's verified, it's trusted, but it's not only that you're looking for. What is it now that you want to find? Because we want to come with a new concept, but what is in this concept that we want to keep? Okay, it needs to be something spontaneous. You want to go on adventure. It needs to be personalized because, you know, I like things, but your mother, she likes other things. Your friend, he wants to do other things. You're also very interested by temporary things because, you know, when you go to a city, you want to know what are the hot exhibitions or this crazy DJ that is in town. So you want to go and find out about the temporary things. And you want to get off the beaten track because you don't want to have the same picture on Instagram that all your friends have. So we came up with this really, really cool idea that is coming up next.
The crazy compass.
Yeah, the crazy compass.
So we didn't want it to rely on technology or what kind of data or whatever. We just wanted to go to. We just wanted to go to what people are looking for. We know it can be local, it can be authentic, it can be all kind of stuff. We cannot really know it, but what it gets when it goes to the tourism office, what it gets is an orientation crossing his interest. So we've been thinking, how can we, the most simplest way, bring this crossing of interest and orientation into something? So today, what can it be? It can be, so yeah, what it is this crazy compass, because we want to add the crazy thing to this information you get in tourism offices, because we realize today that just the information you can get maybe in a database or from the standard information, they're looking for something more crazy, they're looking for inspiration, they want to live maybe like local. So the way we did it is just with a tool that gives you first one direction, which is your interest and where you will find it, but most important, the other direction, when you want to do something crazy, when you want to do something that you didn't plan, when you want to do something that no one could even have tell you, and so you can, every time you have, you get at some you want to go somewhere, this compass will guide you one way or the other. But I think we will explain you this with example.
So how it basically works, the compass has its own database, which is based on your own expectations and your interest. Like imagine you are, maybe you're a student, maybe you work and you have some different hobbies, different interests. So it keeps this in a database, and it also has a reference to the people who live in one certain place, in the place where you go, in the city where you go. And it has certain matches, like between these people and between you. So basically all the information you get is real information, and it has reviews, it has it was proven that it's interesting. And this compass has different modes, like it has basically two modes. One which is your usual mode, so basically you have your daily routine, you just work and you go to museums, maybe sometimes you go to theaters. And when you go travel, you also want to see different heritage sites and you want to go to the cafe and everything. But at the same time, it has the opposite modes, which is crazy modes. And why it's crazy? Because it will guide you somewhere where you wouldn't expect, something maybe you don't like, or you wouldn't, let's say like Red Lake District, which you wouldn't never visit, like in any case. So we made a case. Imagine that you are in Antwerp as a tourist. You are walking in the city. This compass guided you to the museum, which you would like to visit. Then, for example, it guides you to the cafe because it says, here's the time, you're hungry, so you have to go to cafe. Then there's airport time, so you have to go to the airport. It says, okay, your flight is in 2 hours. You're prepared to walk to the airport or take a bus or something else, and then it's like, but actually I don't really want to leave the city. I really like Antwerp. And then it turns to a crazy mode and gets you back to the city. And where? To the party mode. So you go party in Antwerp, and because the city is so nice. So basically, we wanted to deliver people an authentic and interesting way of traveling by providing something which is safe, which is based on experience of local people, but at the same time which can give you something which you wouldn't expect, something spontaneous, something not planned. So I hope it will be realized not only in the Flemish cities, but also worldwide. Thank you.
So I like the drawing, so congrats to the persons who did this, also the execution. So I would like to try this, but how crazy do you want to go, or are there any limits? Because I listened to my father and he warned me for going too crazy. He knows me too well. So did you take this into account, or are there no limits?
As you have this database on this compass, so it knows like what you like, what you don't like, or maybe what you find crazy, and maybe like other people, let's say your parents, if you say them like, I've been to this place, and they would say like, what? Like, how could you go there? So for example, maybe these are some places where you wouldn't go, but still like you would dare to go. And this is like the compass would guide you there, like, hey, take a step. So let's discover it, like maybe it's not something crazy. Or for example, you go to Asia and there are some maybe like places where less tourists are, but maybe the local people, and there is like a local party, let's say. So maybe you wouldn't dare to go there, but it's safe. And as it's reviews on the database, that the local people go there and it's safe. So it just guides you there, basically like go and try it out. So it can never be too crazy.
Words to live by. So it allows a lot on serendipity. How data reliant are you? Because the crazy things you cannot plan. How how serendipity proof is your database. Can you pick up things on the fly?
Actually, as we just give two direction, you never know what will happen. I mean, you know, if for example, if it's time to eat, then you see that it shows that direction. Or let's say if you feel hungry, the compass shows that direction. So you know you go to eat something. And on your way, maybe you will meet someone that will show you something in the city that you didn't see. So it's only two direction. The thing you usually do compared to your profile, and then the thing maybe you wouldn't have done, or maybe someone like you do just a few times, and then that's the crazy thing. It's just something you don't know. But anyway, it's only two direction, and both of them just is just living what's in front of you, so you can enjoy the whole thing.